So this year, what we really want is to get all that feedback, to have more conversation than ever, to apply that feedback.
No, Count, they didn't announce her skin yet. That'll probably be at the end as a surprise announcement.
That we have made great progress, but that doesn't mean that we are not going to meet some hiccups. The last release that we just had, we know
they're already making excuses.
Some of the killers, and that's something that we want to react very quick on. There is a lot more to come that, again, we are going to give a lot of details on.
Yeah, and just to mention on this week's release, maybe a little rocky, we are holding our upfix schedule a couple extra days, so
it's
we
an
can
understatement.
Get more fixes into it.
I forgot you guys are here, not
week,
here.
Hoping to fix as many of
I'm tired. I
the
just woke
bumps
up.
in the road that we ran across with this week's release.
Of course, and if you've watched the live streams over the last couple of years, this is the moment when I would usually tell you about the 4 pillars we base our roadmap on. But this year, we're doing things differently.
Maybe
it's all
one
around
day. Maybe
one
one
central
day.
North Star, which is to make sure that Dead by Daylight is respecting our players' time. And so all of our focus is really about delivering on that promise to you guys as the players.
Yes, and actually I want to mention we've already started rolling out the quality of life stuff. The first major feature of it was the abandon feature, which went out last release. It was pretty well received. We got also a lot of great feedback on how we can tweak it to be even better. So it's been a cool way to kick off the initiative with a big feature that helps to address some issues.
Of course, and the most recent release, I mean, despite some of the issues that you know are already there, we did fix some critical issues. The skill check release window, which had been sort of a plague for a long time, finally resolved. The unhooked
was
spam
kind of
exploit
annoying, but also
resolved.
kind of nice.
We also finally added perk previews, which we had tested a long time ago. Not to be confused with seeing your Survivor teammates perks, which is something we'll do later in the year as well.
Oh, really? That's coming this year, huh?
Sort of controversial quest system. We do plan on monitoring that. The intention is never to make it more grindy. In fact, it should be the opposite, if anything. So we're going to look at the numbers.
I don't actually even think it's more grindy. It's you kind of almost get the same, even though it's 100
more than
shards.
one quest in a match. In addition to removing that awkward pain point you've probably all experienced, where you load into a match and then say, "Oh no, I already completed my last quest. Now I can't make any progress on any quest in this match." So that's finally removed and resolved with this new quest system.
Cool. So we've got an asset we can put up on the screen to help us for the next section.
Yes.
There it is.
So a bunch of stuff in that screen. I'm not going to go through it all.
Bulk
but
blood
a few
point
ones
spending.
That
That's
really
what I
want to,
need. I have 7 million
highlight
blood points right
everything
now.
You see in blue. So
Almost
in green
8
is what
million.
we have released. In blue is what is going to actually be released just in June. So very, very soon around the corner. And a few
gamma settings is going to be huge for you, Count. That's going to make your game so much better, being able to make it brighter like that. It is so dark on console, it's crazy.
To be able to deal with those gamma settings is, again, going to go a long way. The gun X prevention is quite important. Encouraging survivors to not give up at first hook is really something that we want to fix and improve. And one last one, sorry, that I wanted to discuss a bit more in details. It's a bulk blood point spending. I was watching the stream of one of my favorite content creators just a few days ago with the release of Aurela. She was super excited, saved millions and dozens of millions of blood points. And it takes a while.
Yeah.
It takes a long time to spend those blood points. So
yeah, they're going to make it to where if you're a survivor not working on a generator for too long, like 5 to 10 minutes of not working on a generator, your orb will be revealed as the killer.
Wow.
And then as soon as you get an AFK crow, you'll lose collision so the killer can't body block you and capture you. So that way you'll never be able to be griefed by a killer like that.
Oh yeah, no.
Should have been done a long time ago, to be honest.
Game improvement. So this one is actually for me a cool story. Is we had
custom match, yeah.
Custom matches.
Can you move the mic? You move the mic when you talk. I want to make sure everyone hears Jose. Custom match improvements.
Custom match improvement. Yes, we had a really great conversation with tournament organizers, with some content creators, in order to understand what they really wanted, and the list was really good, but then we asked, but what is the top priority that you have? Because we want to make sure that we will be quick to deliver on this. And we have identified those, and they wanted to move from 1 spectator slot to 5 spectator slots. They wanted to have hotkeys to be able to shift pretty easily from one player to another, and we are going to bring those things right into this June release as well. So happy to go fast on this one.
Yeah, and of course, that's not where we're going to end with custom match. That's just what we're delivering in June. In the future, throughout the year, we're going to add more customization options to custom match, including the ability to start selecting limited time event modes in custom match specifically.
Hopefully they do infinite
what about
aura
2v8?
reading
Can that be in
too.
custom match too?
Yes, it will include 2v8.
Like Survivor body
yeah.
blocking. No. They're leaving Survivor body blocking in. It's just for killers trapping survivors.
So we built this list. My team got to be really involved in building this list based on your feedback that we've seen out in the community over years, some of these things. And we're going to continue doing that. So continue giving us your feedback, even as they release, like the abandoned feature. We know you don't get it one and done. We want to iterate and make them as good as they can be. So keep that up. It's not just lip service. Your feedback is super, super important. So thank you for that. And now, phase 2. We've already talked about stuff that people generally knew about. Now we can get into the second half of our Quality of Life initiative.
Yeah, of course. And so phase 2 is meant to take us through to the end of the year and even beyond. And we are going to deliver a little bit more than we had even
Play while you wait. 2v8, play while you wait. Wow. What's that going to be? That's cool.
So the first thing
they're going to have like a little rumble mode.
All the measures that we want to take.
Kind of like Doom Match from Marvel Rivals.
Camping, slugging, tunneling. We will actually give you more details.
Nah, distortion doesn't need it. Stop it. Cut it out.
It's something that we want to carefully craft. And
I hope that perk never comes back. I hope it dies permanently.
There is things like the keyboard and mouse support that we're going to bring actually in the summer.
You can buff
along with balance changes for map and keys that you're going
anti-tunneling and anti-camping.
Right.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Map and keys for the longest time we've had 5 survivor items, of which only
they're gonna try to
maybe 3
make base kit features to get rid of that.
Sort of semi-relevant mapping.
So we'll see how that goes. I'm a little bit worried about the anti-tunneling. There's already borrowed time base kit, you know what I mean? But you can buff distortion for every other killer, but against Huntress, it'll do nothing. And then we can agree on that. We can agree on that, and you can have your distortion, and I can have my aura reading.
On revealing the killer's aura, they will still open the hatch, and there's also going to be some gameplay related.
Keys kind of do that, but keys are actually literally insane if you do use the killer aura reading stuff.
Like this next one's also going to be an ooh.
Yeah, I guess so. So, in addition to bug fixes, there's a bunch of things we're super excited to tackle. The first, probably the biggest,
use DS.
is an MMR revamp.
Yeah, I know. I'm very concerned, honestly, because anti-slugging, tunneling, and camping.
Actions you take
like, damn.
How you play.
When's the anti-attacking mechanic coming in?
That's going to be a really big.
You know what I mean?
MMR, we've heard it.
That's kind of a lot.
We're going to
MMR revamp, people.
MMR revamp kind of got me worried.
If you don't know what that means, it's matchmaking ranking, and it'll help with matchmaking when we fix that.
Yeah. For the first time ever in an update, we're going to introduce a new survivor item this summer, which will be very cool.
Oh, really?
It'll be exciting. Of course, we're bolstering our anti-cheat measures because that's always a problem. We're going to start showing you queue time, estimated queue time, which we don't do right now, which will be great this summer. And as much as we all love 2v8, we all know that there's one very, very, very big problem with 2v8, and that's how long you have to wait as a killer to get into a match, 12, 13, 14 minutes sometimes. Not on the next iteration, but the one coming in the summer, we're going to introduce a play while you queue feature. So you can queue up as killer. While you're queued up as killer, you can play matches as survivor in 2v8. While you wait, it'll hold your spot in line. You come back to the lobby, and you're ready to queue up as your killer. So you don't have to just sit there and look at the lobby screen for 12, 13, 14 minutes anymore.
Just a note on that, that's coming very soon.
Yeah, the buff to babysitter was actually literally insane. I have no idea what they were thinking when they did that.
It's coming very soon, but not in the next iteration of 2v8.
I think killer's going to be significantly harder once these changes go into effect.
So your expectations are set. Okay.
We'll see how it
one
goes,
last thing,
though.
we do need to wrap it. I got to wrap it up.
I know Huntress's kill rates are going to plummet because that's kind of how
content creator in the
play her
audience,
normally.
We also have some quality of life for you. We are overhauling the Dead by Daylight creator program completely.
Even I slug a decent amount. I try not to because I know survivors hate it, but sometimes it just happens.
And that's going to include what's called a support a creator system, which maybe you know from other video games. It allows you to support your favorite creator. The idea is that be a wide way for pretty much any deserving creator to be able to work with us, get stuff from us, and get rewarded. So stay tuned. We're going to talk a lot more about that
in our
next broadcast later this month or next month. And I do need to wrap up now, guys, so thank you so much for joining us.
15% crazy, you know what I mean? 10% was fine because you're already moving You get 7% haste
I think
when you get unhooked base kit, so you're moving at 107. With Babysitter, it's 117. And now after it got buffed, it's what, 123 for 10 seconds. Then it goes down to 115.
And bring out Dave and Matt to tell you all about it.
All right, FNAF. I wonder if they're gonna announce what show the perks or not. I don't remember what they did for Vecna. I streamed Vecna too, in Dracula.
Hello, PAX.
Isn't it awesome to be back here?
It's amazing to be back here. It's
I want
nice
to go.
see you
I want to
and
actually
see
go
quite
to
well.
PAX
It's
next
nice to see
year.
you in
I'll probably
person.
take a
Also,
vacation to use it.
Hi to everybody watching.
Babysitter with No One Left Behind is honestly
and
crazy. I was
shout
thinking
out
about
to
making
all
a
of us
video
there.
about
I've
it,
seen some of
because
them.
that's like
Amazing.
what,
You know, especially Mr. Unknown somewhere there.
what 125, and
But I
then
don't see
the
anything,
first
so
10 seconds of 7%
After-
haste on top of that. So you're moving at like
so, of course, being here
133
is,
for
pretty
like
special,
10
and
seconds.
it's perfect that we're here to announce and to reveal.
I believe the unhook haste is 7%.
Top requested, you know, of all time of the history of Dead by Daylight, the top requested.
Five Nights at Freddy's. This is going to be
so
huge.
Five Nights at Freddy is our next chapter, as we've said. It is one of those crazy games. It's such an amazing story. They released about 10 years ago, just like we did. It was one of the first little indie horror games. Today, it is a gigantic behemoth of a game and a universe, actually. And we are thrilled to have Five Nights at Freddy's universe finally come into the fog.
I'd like to see that clip, that count. That would be cool.
So of course the team has had a blast.
It might be
creating the
10%.
chapter. It's
I'm
such an
not
amazing
sure.
universe
I
to
don't know where
explore.
I'm getting 7
And
from.
I just wanted to say,
all I know is it
really
lasts 10
quickly that,
seconds.
you know, we
That's
do
what I
survey,
know.
we survey
10
our community
10
to
seconds
know
of
what
endurance and
to
haste.
want out of licenses and content, and we listen to it. And Five Nights
You know
at
how
Freddy's
behavior
has
does
been
weird
the top
numbers,
of the
though,
list
so.
for the longest time. So finally, it's here.
So what are we doing with Five Nights at Freddy?
Yeah. Okay. So let's start and reveal our new killer. Let's.
Oh,
shut that
yes. It's got to be Springtrap, right? Yes. Dude, this shit looks sick. Oh. Yes. Awesome. Woo! Dude, that shit looks so dope. I'm not even that big of a fan of FNAF, but like this shit looks sick.
You like that?
It looks sick.
Okay. Well, thank you for that. So I guess we made the right choice.
Right.
Yeah, it was obvious to us too. Of course, Springtrap is the ultimate villain of the series, and for the first time ever, you'll be able to be in the suit. Isn't that amazing? You'll be the killer.
Right,
You'll be
right.
Springtrap.
I wonder if Markiplier is going to play Dead by Daylight
Yes.
now.
So the animatronic today, we won't go into the power or the perks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're not revealing a lot, but we'll show some screenshots later, and if you watch closely, you might see something very interesting. We're adding on top of the killer a very interesting survivor and killer mechanic that's quite unique to this chapter.
Interesting. It's
appear
going to be
every
like
time
the
you play
cameras and
Springtrap,
stuff like that.
or that you face Springtrap. So you might get a clue about this. So obviously, we will reveal more of that in a couple of weeks in another stream. But I want to say that the power and the perks are really authentic to the universe.
Hopefully the killer perks are good. They have not been good for the past couple of
Now,
releases.
one of the other ways that we like to bring authenticity to the content that we create is with cosmetics, of course. And there are going to be a few really
He's
cool
a
ones
survivor.
as we release this. But there's one we absolutely need to talk about today.
Springtrap the Survivor.
A legendary outfit for Springtrap.
Oh,
that we
you're
will
talking
have,
about Markiplier
will
being
be
the
taken
survivor.
directly
I see
from
what
the
you're saying.
movie,
That
and
would
we're
be
gonna
cool.
show
That
a
would be
little thing.
cool. Oh shit, what? That's from the movie, right? Huh.
So, of course,
I've never seen the movie.
you may have noticed on screen there, this is the yellow rabbit from the movie as portrayed by the absolutely talented Matthew Lillard. So we...
Did it get his likeness? It kind of doesn't look like him.
It's fine. Get it out. Not only are we gonna have his pretty face in the game,
Yeah,
but
it
he
is.
was
I
nice
haven't
enough
seen
to
the movie,
record
but
all
I
the
know it
voiceover
is.
for the characters.
Just because I've seen the trailers and some stuff on TikTok. Okay, so they got him
exactly
as a
what
voice
I said
actor.
when I heard that.
Hold on a sec. I do
shit.
the stupidest thing ever. The way I get into this thing is I do like an
That would
thing.
be
So hold on a sec. Ollie, ollie, oxen free. Ollie, ollie, oxen free. Ready or not, here I come.
Fun.
Foxy
is
Blight
such
would
a
be
cool
dope.
guy.
It's a perfect fit, literally.
So as you've seen, there is no survivor in this chapter, but
oh,
yeah,
there's no survivor, really?
But
I thought there were
There is a
there
map.
was gonna be a. I thought Afton was gonna be the survivor.
yeah, thank you. We couldn't do this without, of course, the iconic location of Freddy.
Right. You have to have that. Oh no, another indoor map for Huntress. Uh-oh.
Things? Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's outdoor too. Okay, never mind. Hell yeah. No survivor though.
So we took inspiration from the first game. So
An anniversary
most
without a
of it.
survivor. That's kind of tough.
So instead of looking at it through camera, you're actually going to walk in it. And it's filled with Easter eggs, surprises, and of course, jump scares.
Haha. Shit.
And there's also one fantastic... Oh, well, I'll let you react to this a little bit more, I think. It is cool. It's an awesome map. The team did great. Can't wait for you to play into it. So there's also something very, very cool, a quality of life feature that we're adding with this chapter. We will have a separate queue where you'll be able to go exclusively in this map.
Oh, that's cool. I like that.
And that's something that's going to be present for every upcoming map in the future also.
Yeah, let us know if you actually like the feature, and that's what we'll do. All right.
I mean, if everybody hates it, we'll take it out, but we try to listen, is what I'm saying.
What else?
Well, I think we're actually out of time on this one, so it's okay. There's going to be a big stream. Also, you should know, especially there might be a few people here who are big fans of Five Nights at Freddy that do not know Dead by Daylight so well yet. So go check out our socials, check our newsletter. We will be teasing quite a lot and giving a lot more information in the weeks leading up to the actual release.
Yeah, I'll be
So
off
right
for the
now,
whole week
Dave
of the
and I will
anniversary.
Scoot.
I always
Dave
do
will
that
be back
every
later,
year.
Don't worry.
Probably
And
play and stream
right now we'll
then,
leave the
maybe.
room to Rose and Eric to take you through some of the really cool collections coming this year.
Oh, we get to see the upcoming cosmetics. Yeah. I wonder what that's gonna do to the queue times and stuff like that.
What is it we're removing?
Out of it.
We're removing the map? No? Okay. I couldn't hear backstage. So, Five Nights at Freddy's, huh? Wow.
I can't believe they're not gonna have a survivor though.
How do we follow that?
I have no idea.
Springtrap's
Well,
good
I'll tell you
enough,
how,
but like
Rose, with upcoming collections.
you don't have like Vanny or Afton or anything.
Thanks for joining us, Rose. Rose is
Bikini Nancy, yep. Five Nights at Freddy's /
Bikini
Bikini Nancy.
Planned, and today is no exception. So why don't we dive in, because this show is running by us very quickly. So speaking of very quickly, I want to remind people or let people know maybe for the first time, about a year ago we did a community contest where people got to submit designs for killers.
And unfortunately, the Huntress
survivors
Pajamas
and the
cosmetic
videos.
didn't win. That shit
And
was
it just
sick.
started rolling out in this week's update. So I think we have a little image or video. Maybe. We got Jake Lone Wolf, Jake Lone Wolf,
Bro, they
outfit by
could
Fairy
announce
Kun,
new Nancy
Little
coming
Friend
back.
Badge
They
by
could.
Yuki Yamato,
They could.
and Singularity Death
Shirtless
by
Yoichi.
It's Your
That's
Boy.
a little less likely.
You may have heard some discussion about the Singularity.
This is all collections. Yeah, I think
it's missing.
They'll probably have
something
some that
on
they
its
don't announce,
face.
but it's going to
Should
be
we
the
add
biggest
frowny
ones
face back to
probably.
the-
Yes, they should add the frowny face.
Now we have to. I'm sorry.
Fine.
This is how community people pressure the devs to do things.
Just for you, though. Just for you.
Thank you, Rose. So we'll be doing that, so stay tuned.
They should have left the frowny face to
and,
begin with,
we
because
have
that's
a
what
bunch more
happens when
winners
your
that are gonna be
PC
rolling out
actually
in
crashes
rifts throughout the
as
year.
a frowny
So
face.
Thanks again to everyone who submitted.
Fatal
We'll be
error.
doing another one. Stay tuned. So, cosmetics. Sorry for shouting. So there's a really exciting one, Rose, that you know, taps into maybe a video game relevant audience.
So, as you guys
Shirtless
might already know,
Yoichi.
we love dark
Hey.
fantasy at Dead by Daylight. As you can tell
Could be a
from our
possibility.
Fortunate Fog and
Shirtless
Dungeons
Leon
and
would probably
Dragons
happen
chapters,
first.
Now we're super thrilled to be inviting another incredible fantasy world into the world of Dead by Daylight with...
A unique collab, huh?
Wow.
This place. There's
Oh,
evil
The
here.
Witcher!
Death and
Really? What? Geralt, that is so crazy. June 3rd he comes to the game. Uh-oh.
You guessed it, The Witcher Collection, coming out on June 3rd.
June 3rd, very soon.
Okay, so wait, is he not getting his
So
own
fans of The Witcher,
perks?
of which I am one, you're one. I hope we got some other. It sounds like we have some other Witcher fans here.
Who's
It's
my
a
main
cosmetic
guy? I
collection
figured.
of 6 new Witcher-themed outfits coming.
Or is
to
that you just liked him a lot?
Exactly. And of the 6, there are 2 legendary outfits. The first one being the Leshen outfit for the artist.
Oh, that shit's sick.
And of course, Geralt of Rivia outfit for Vittorio.
Oh, okay, it's for Vittorio. I think he could be his own survivor, though.
So
It looks
one
sick.
of the best parts of Geralt's outfit is that it comes with a great new batch of voice lines recorded specifically by Doug Cockle, the character.
This was leaked
original
yesterday.
voice actor.
Yeah, I try to stay away from leaks.
Shout out to Doug Cockle. Any fans?
I
of
just-
him?
I don't
He's
like
actually in
leaks,
attendance at
honestly.
PAX this weekend.
I like to
saw.
be able to
He's
react
down
to
in
stuff,
the
you know.
Signing area, so go meet him after the show.
Looks sick.
And
Looks
that's
sick.
not all. In
That's
the
not all.
collection, we also have very rare outfits for Yennefer,
Ooh, that shit's sick. Kate Denson is
Ciri.
Yennefer. Sable is Siri. Wow.
Triss Marigold,
Michaela for Triss. That makes sense. Yeah.
and
This shit is sick.
Eridan.
Oh, that is sick. Wow.
So stay tuned.
Holy
we'll
shit.
release more info on our socials later.
Excuse my language.
Actually,
That
no, we're
is
gonna show all
awesome.
those. That's great. We change things at the last minute a lot of times. So those look fantastic. I'm excited. Just a note about if you're wondering, if you're kind of deep into this game, his medallion, Geralt's medallion, the eyes light up in the Witcher. That's not going to happen in our games because the entity doesn't want him to have kind of
Suppresses all magical powers.
yeah. So in case people were worried about that, it's not happening. Okay, so
We also have some super cool Witcher-themed rewards attached to an upcoming Chaos Shuffle event coming out at the same time. And one of them is this
Really?
amazing
That's crazy.
Geralt in the Tub player card.
That's
We
outrageous.
couldn't talk about The Witcher without sharing this, so enjoy.
our requisite feat content has been met for the show.
That's crazy.
So yes, June 3rd is right around the corner. Get psyched. But we still have some more to show you of other things. We're done with The Witcher for now, but other things. So our friend Matt, who you just saw, a tall guy, big bushy eyebrows back in the day, he did a TV show with the Boulay brothers.
Oh, we get to
called
see who it's
Dracula.
for. I was thinking it's
And they
either
did a Dead by
Huntress or
Daylight themed
Houndmaster.
Episode, which was flipping
It's gotta be
cool,
Houndmaster,
and
right?
Why not turn it around and now bring them into Dead by Daylight?
Yeah, it was super cool. I'm jealous of Matt. But they also have a video to talk to us about it.
Yeah, it's got to be Houndmaster,
This
right?
is Dracula. and Swantula, your Queens of Darkness, the Boulet brothers, and we are so excited about our crossover with Dead by Daylight. One of my favorite episodes of the show is when we did our Dead by Daylight challenge, and our cast had to come up with looks worthy of becoming a new killer skin in Dead by Daylight.
That's the winner right there.
The
Boulet
Brothers collection will feature 2 outfits.
Oh,
the first
really?
is the iconic outfit for the Huntress.
Oh, it is for the Huntress. No way. No way.
For the Artist, which is a mix of both.
There ain't no way.
Keep an eye out for that collection releasing on July 8th.
July 8th.
We'll see you in
The weapon doesn't really fit though. It's kind of like a cane. I thought it'd be for Houndmaster. Are we getting a Hunter skin that actually shows?
Look at that.
Whoa, dude, that is sick.
Here of what you just saw.
Holy shit, that is crazy.
We're gonna keep it rolling because this show doesn't have a limited time. So
that
next
is
up,
wild.
Something from the extended world of Dead by
Holy
Daylight.
shit.
What can you tell us about this one?
So last year,
That was
Supermassive
sick.
Games released the casting of Frank Stone.
I freaked out a little bit there.
which explored the origins of a
That
serial
is
killer.
sick.
This year, Frank Stone in his
Whoa, I'm cheesing, bro. I'm cheesing.
will be entering the entity's trials as a cool new legendary outfit for the Trapper.
Hey, Frank Stone.
You can look for the Frank Stone's champion outfit to be released in
I'm
September.
cheesing a little bit.
And just as a note, if you played the game, you know that's a screenshot from the casting of Frank Stone. It's not an in-game shot just yet from Dead by Daylight, but that is what it's based on. So stay tuned for that one. All right, last one. Oh, actually, before I go on, in case you haven't played the casting of Frank Stone, which I think you should,
I'm
is
eating
now
good out here.
80% off right now. No excuse not to buy it.
I freaked out a little
Go
bit.
play
A
that
little
amazing
bit.
game. And shout out to Supermassive. We love that. Okay, last one that Rose has brought for us today.
Hopefully nobody
is,
saw that.
Adding some new outfits to an existing fan favorite collection.
Yep.
Yes,
we're adding
let's
two
see.
new outfits to the Tomb Raider collection.
Really?
Both of which are releasing on August 5th. The first one is Lara's classic ensemble, which is the iconic look.
That looks sick. Does she come with the pistols? That's the question.
Yep, this is the iconic look that started it all for Tomb Raider, and we're super happy to be bringing it to Dead by Daylight. We'll also be adding in another outfit, but we'll be sharing more news about that in the future.
Yep. Wasn't ready yet. Just stay tuned.
Fans will recognize it.
The way the cosmetics have been releasing lately.
Thank you so much, Rose. I told you this would be fine. FNAF is a big deal, but these are a big deal too, right, guys?
Right.
So there's plenty of other collections that are still going to be releasing. We just don't have a million years on the show to show you all of them. So stay tuned.
Right.
Check out Dead by Daylight, our social media.
Oh, I'm sorry, Cal.
And now, Rose, I will bid you adieu. Thank you so much for joining
There's
us.
still hope. There's still hope.
Thank you, everyone.
They're out of time. They're out of time. That would be cool if they did more Stranger Things stuff.
Folks, now you got to spend a minute with me. I'm sorry. So we are here for Dead by Daylight's 9th anniversary, but we are also
R.I.P.
Behavior, a game studio that does other things, and we thought, why not just take just a minute to tell you about something cool that we're doing outside of Dead by Daylight. There is a desire from ourselves to help out and publish.
Oh, they just bought a recent. The night game where you're killing zombies while you're playing a night.
With an amazingly cool.
They just
game,
bought.
And it's called It Has My Face.
Oh no, this is a different one.
Not my face, don't worry.
Does this
So
end
it
at
is a
noon?
first-person roguelite.
I think
Set in a
so.
dystopian
An hour
city.
long, maybe.
Within the city, you have to find and kill your own
Probably. It's a
clone.
panel happening at PAX in Boston,
If the clone doesn't
Massachusetts.
kill you
So
first.
they probably
It Has
got
My
an hour.
Face started as a game jam creation by Nightbite Studios, which is
I
two
would
people.
assume.
And in fact, they have recorded a little message for us today just to introduce themselves. So let's go to that.
Hello everyone, I am Salih, founder of Nightbite Games and the lead developer of It Has My Face. The game actually started as a jam game around the theme of clones, and the response was amazing. After the jam I kept working on it for years, and later my brother joined the project. We are a tiny team making this really unique and awesome game with lots of love, so I hope you enjoy the game as much as we do making it every day. Thank you for your support and stay tuned for more news.
That's nice. Yeah, there's Meg. Damn, jacked his ass up. It has in my face. It's funny.
All right.
Dead
So
by
you can
Daylight
have Steam
actually,
right now if you want to check out the demo of
Behavior
Has My
just
Face
bought
and
this
wishlist
game
it.
that
It's
was
gonna be in
announced
early
4 or 5
access
years
later
ago,
this year.
where you're playing at
One
night,
last thing from the
going through
extended
medieval
world
villages,
of
killing
Behavior.
zombies.
Who has heard of Red Hook Studios, the creators of Darkest Dungeon? Yeah.
So that's why I thought they were announcing.
Well, they are also doing their anniversary stream today from PAX. It is later today, in fact, the anniversary for Darkest Dungeon 2. It's at 6 p.m. right here from PAX if you want to check it out. It's not at PAX. I'm lying, but it's today. I'm at PAX, and my brain is melted. Red Hook's second anniversary stream for Darkest Dungeon 2 is at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. You can check it out on Twitch at Red Hook Studios. I believe we're even going to be hosting it on our own channel, so if you're lazy, you can just stay here. And that's your Eric Pope interlude. We're going to get back to the fun action now with Dave Richard. Dave, come out here.
Choose your own chapter.
Hi, Dave.
Hello, Eric.
I got to readjust myself. Hi, Dave.
Hello.
All right, Dave. We got a clock counting us down, so we're gonna zip through this. But this is an awesome one. This one is my personal favorite thing of the entire show. And
As it should, yes.
It is. So it's a new original chapter coming.
Yep.
Oh, and we get to
new
choose
killer.
it. Really?
New survivor.
Yes.
And that's kind of all we know.
Yeah, we don't know anything about this chapter because you have not created it yet.
Interesting.
What does that mean?
SpongeBob.
What does that mean?
SpongeBob.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, so obviously we have an amazing community. They have a lot of creativity. We've seen it in homemade killers and some pitches online. How to balance the game, everything. So we want to be able to create a chapter from scratch with all of you, building every step.
Interesting.
From production to the end.
That's
of
a
the
cool
process.
idea.
Yeah, so it's going to lead us up to our 10th anniversary. It's going to be an awesome experience that we're going to get.
Also, that's what they're going to do for their 10th anniversary, a fan-created killer.
So,
That's
Dave,
cool.
I'm super excited about this. How did this idea germinate and come about?
Well, we've been thinking about it for quite a bit.
I have some great killer ideas, honestly.
Right. And I think we found the right format.
I think so. So do you want to talk about the format, or do you want to tease it a little more?
I guess. Okay. So basically what we want to do is we will not go just, hey, let's get comments online and do something, people suggest. We want to make sure that we...
Yeah, K9, it already happened. FNAF was probably 20 minutes ago. All they did was tease it, though. They didn't release any of the power information or perks or anything like that. There's a killer and a map and no survivor. But yeah, it was like 10, 20 minutes ago.
Matt.
We have some folks here pretty
That
young.
killer
might
can
not
fly,
know
I
Choose Your own
wish.
adventure.
They said they can't
so,
do flying
I mean,
because the coding of
if
their
you don't know
game.
what it is,
That's why
it's
Kaneki
basically a
couldn't
series of books,
go vertical.
And you read a story, there's a great narrative, and then you have a choice to make at every page that will bring you either to
I like your
dungeon,
style,
to
Count. I like your
door,
style.
and then you
Well,
go to
it's
that
definitely a
page
great
of the choice you
chapter, I'm
made
sure.
Until you die horribly or get out of the book. So we want to do something similar for building the character. So a strong
Yeah,
narrative
yeah,
that will
K9.
bring
It
you
was
into the
it was a
creation of this,
trailer.
Creature,
Kinda.
killer,
It was like a 8-second teaser
So in a
trailer,
week or two
and
or
then they
three,
talked
depending
about
on
it
how
a
busy
little
Dave
bit.
is,
I guess
you as
2
a
to
community
3
get
weeks
vote
from now, they're
on
actually
certain
going to do another
choices
stream where they
to,
talk about the killer,
build from
the
step by
power,
step, each of these
and
characters.
things like
Absolutely.
that. I thought they were going to do that
So,
today,
I
but
think the
I
community's
was
probably going to
wrong.
make something special with their choices and pretty wild. Do you want to kind of give an example of what they might look like, those choices?
Yeah, absolutely. So let's take a killer, for example. We would start with the eye-level fantasy of who this character is. So, for example, we might ask, would you prefer to have a killer that's grounded into reality? Would you prefer a
Mothman could work,
supernatural
yeah.
character? Otherworldly character?
Mothman.
And
I feel
so
like
we have
Mothman would
these
need to
eye-level
fly,
fantasy,
though.
And then based on
They
the
need to
top
rebuild
vote,
this
we
game from the
move
ground
on
up so they can
to,
have flying killers.
You know, in the story. And so we would define a little bit more precisely.
Dead
So
by
for
Daylight
example,
2.
if the top vote is supernatural, then maybe the other choice would be: is it an undead character? Is it a a
That could be
person
cool.
that has occult supernatural powers, and so on?
I do think it's cool for the 10th anniversary they're letting us create the killer. Like all come
And
together
so
to
we're
create
the
the
same
killer. That's
for
kind of cool.
Survivor, right?
Absolutely. Of course, Survivor don't have powers,
DVD
but they
too,
have
yeah,
perks
yeah, yeah.
to define.
Exactly.
They have a rich backstory. Why do we empathize with them?
Vecna flies,
So you'll
but
get
he
to
actually has
forge
this
this
thing where
story,
he's still on the
what
ground.
relationship
When
they
they're
have,
talking
how
about
it
they can't have
defines
killers
these,
fly, they
this
mean like go up
Yeah, so essentially you'll be
vertically,
in game and you
right?
see, oh, I got a
So you
new,
can
I
have
got a
people
new
who
choice
look
to
like
make
they're
this week,
flying, but
go
they're
vote,
actually
and
still
then
connected
next
to
week
the
or
ground
next
in a
time you
weird
check in
way.
in a couple weeks,
It's kind of weird
see
how
the
they
results of your
explained
previous
it.
vote. Okay, now we have an otherworldly
Yeah,
killer.
he glides.
And
His
move on
ability's
from
called
there,
fly,
right?
and he's supposed to be
That sounds right.
flying, but
But there
he's
is
technically
a
not.
twist.
Just like
So
Kaneki,
just like in the Choose Your Own
he
Adventure books,
he
of
like
course, you can
he
always
leaps, but he
speak
doesn't really
about
have
different
any
choices,
verticality. He can't like leap to a
to
window, you
cheat
know.
to get the best thing you want.
They explained it a certain
So,
way. I don't really
in
remember
our
what they
process,
said,
we'll
but they
have
said they
twists like
can't
this.
have verticality to their
example,
flight.
is
So
change your
I guess you could
flight.
fly, you know,
So we
on
will always give you the batting
solid
choice of
ground.
the top winning choice that you voted on and the runner-up.
Yeah.
So you'll be able to see all
Goat
these different
man.
possibility, and maybe we'll change path along the way. So there's a lot of question there. There's a lot of steps, and for killers right now, as we designed this, we're over 1,000 different possibility of ending killers. So it's going to be pretty exciting.
You should see the crazy flowchart Miro board he's built. It's amazing.
Really? Okay.
So the idea is to take
That's how
all
they're
these
gonna do
folks
it.
through the whole production cycle, yeah?
Yeah, so pre-production, we start with fantasy, teams, etc.
Yeah,
And
I
then
don't
when
know
we finish
how
this,
that
we
works
won't stop
exactly.
production. We will
Dracula,
continue
like,
production as well.
because he
So
can
anytime
go,
that
he can't go
usually in
vertically
each
unless he's
generation, we get to
teleporting
decide
to
which outfit,
a
which
window.
weapon is going to use. We see different concept and we choose the best one.
Yeah, yeah.
will
He's
involve
teleporting
you
to a
into
window,
that.
so that doesn't
So, for
technically count
example,
as flying
for the
vertically,
first
because it's
weapon,
like a
we would show you
teleport,
two
right?
different concept
Like,
of
because
weapons,
Drudge can go from
lore
first floor to
attached,
second
reasoning
story
why the killer would use this,
by
and you will
teleporting,
vote
so I
on the
think
one you
Dracula's
want
bat
in the
form
final
uses the
product.
same way.
Yep.
But
It's a
he can
big
just
experiment
teleport to
that'll psych to
windows
take you
instead of
through,
lockers, right? So he
you might
doesn't
actually learn
technically,
something along the way about
like I said,
how
he
super
flies, but
complex
he's like,
game development is, but we want you to
if
take
you
the
try
ride
to
with us
fly
for once instead
over
of just waiting
something,
for the result. So I think
like a
it's cool.
short loop
we'd
as
love
Dracula
to be
that
able to
doesn't have a
have
window, you
more
can't
PPVs
actually
along the
fly
way too,
over
so
it.
that
You
you
have to
can
go around it all.
also
So
play
that
the
should tell
prototypes,
you
which is something that you
kind of
don't
how it
usually see.
works, right?
So, whoa, Matt's excited. Yeah, so the idea is, our 10th
Right, yeah.
anniversary, almost a year,
Mothman
year-ish from
teleporting
now,
around.
is all about you.
Teleport
the
to
community.
survivors, maybe?
So that's a really nice thematic way to
That'd probably
build
be
up
too
towards it
strong.
throughout the year, yeah?
Absolutely. So it's going to take a while. It's going to be a super nice adventure. Can't wait to see what you will choose, what you will build. We've done some internal
I think they
tests,
need to
and every time we ended
do.
up with a different
They need to
concept,
do
which
the
was
Huntress as a
amazingly
second killer,
interesting.
except
And
for
the
like
ones
she
that
starts
are
as the Huntress for like
available
1 to 2
for
minutes,
10th
and then she
anniversary
transforms
year,
into
so
a
something like
werewolf. So
2026.
that
Yeah,
way,
it's been super fun.
it's a
testing it in terms of
completely
base,
separate killer
essentially
for the
our
rest of the
dungeon
match.
master as we create
But
this
the
new
survivors
character.
will spend the first 1 to 2 minutes
So,
wondering if it's
right, we're
just
not
the
gonna wait too
Huntress
long to
or
get
the
started.
werewolf
Just
version
hang
of her.
tight another couple weeks, and
I think that'd be
our first
cool.
vote will roll out, and then we'll just go on from there. We can do pretty much what we want. We keep coming up with questions during this process, like, oh, what should we do for this? And the answer keeps coming back, oh, whoa, let's let the community choose. So right down to the name of the chapter, you know, we're talking about everything. So we'll see you out there.
So keep an eye out on our.
So that's probably what they're gonna do for the 10th anniversary. I thought it was gonna be Jason.
Awesome. Thank you, Dave,
hey, no problem.
for joining us one more time. Thank
you, Bax.
I think that's it. I think they're done.
We're shockingly on time, and that means I get to make a merch shout out. Let's see that merch, folks. Matt's making his way out here.
It's all right.
You can maybe still
Their
get
merch
some,
really isn't
so
that
it's not
great,
this
honestly.
One, merch down at the booth, but
People on
that's
Etsy do better.
This you can get on the shop right now on the DBD shop. So
it's
hi,
all right.
Matt, why are you here?
He's gonna tease one more thing,
Thank
right?
you so much for everyone for joining us.
Maybe.
Normally, this is the bit of the show, if you've watched the anniversary once or twice, where you figure, oh, there's got to be something that comes after, right?
Right, yeah.
But in this case, we've tried to do things a little differently this year. So
because we heard Gojira was going to attend, and we're like, cancel it. Let's not do anything special for this one.
So if you've paid
they call that Gojira by name.
to the show, you will notice that we've already told you what the license coming after Five Nights at Freddy's is. So
you already told them throughout the show.
Yeah, there's been a bunch of clues hidden throughout our broadcast.
I missed it.
A bunch of hints.
What is it?
So I want you to put on your tinfoil hats. Polly, we're looking at you. And then give us our best speculations and theories on what you think it is. Actually, anybody here knows?
No. What?
Shrek.
Shrek. SpongeBob.
Shrek is what was shouted
Potato
from the crowd
called
if
it.
you're watching at home.
SpongeBob.
I think Shrek is in the maybe pile.
He's not even joking.
So yeah, go on our socials, tag us, and give
They
us
hinted at
your
the next
best
chapter?
speculations and your best guesses. We will let you know if you were right.
We
watch the show.
We heard they like teasers, right? So let's
I
do
don't
some
know.
teasing of what the next chapter is
There you
instead
go.
of just shouting it at you on a stage.
Witcher?
Shout out to the Binding of Isaac, actually. They were just talking about us on Twitter, yeah.
Yo, you seen
But it's not
the River
You're not
versus?
supposed
Oh
to.
yeah,
No,
I've seen
you're not
that.
supposed to.
I've seen
All right,
that.
well, one last time, thank you again so
I don't
very
even
much.
know. River. I watched like the first 30 minutes of that. He wasn't even talking about
It's been
nothing.
an
I don't know.
absolute pleasure, Boston, Massachusetts.
He kind of seems like a rage baiter.
We do have another stream coming shortly. We'll announce the date when we can to reveal the
Thanks, that's
specifics of the Five Nights at Freddy's
Dude,
chapter, how the
K9, did you
gameplay
see the
works and all that.
cosmetic Huntress
Stay
is
tuned.
getting? Oh.
And come see us at the booth afterwards.
We'll-
We'll be happy to hug
That's
and
crazy.
shake hands.
Thanks, everybody.
Cheers.
That's it. Okay, yeah. Wow. I'm going to go check out the cosmetics real quick before I end the stream. They usually have them on their website. What's it at? Game collections, I believe, right? Oh, of course. 2405 1999. Oh, they don't have them yet. Oh, okay. Huh. Yeah, they just got the stuff they announced already. Is that it? Maybe it's in the latest news? No, yeah. Okay, so they don't have any of that stuff listed yet. Yeah, okay. Alright, well. River needs to take a hike. In my opinion, he's a 16-year-old chronicler. Yeah, for real. No, I didn't see the cosmetics. Oh, man. I really wanted to show you too, but it's not here. Hold on. Oh,
And come see us at the booth afterwards. We'll be happy
wait.
to hug
Let
and
me turn this audio down. Where was it? I don't even remember. Did you see the Five Nights at Freddy's thing though? I'm a little shocked that they didn't do a Survivor, honestly. Yeah, Geralt of Rivia. That was kind of cool. Oh yeah, here it is. Here it is. I thought it was gonna be for Houndmaster.
Modeled after the winning design for that episode. The second is the Belay Brothers artist outfit for the artist, which is
Here
a
it
mix
is.
of both of us. Keep an eye out for that collection releasing on July 8th.
July 8th is when it hits. No, they didn't do a Survivor. I thought they were gonna do Afton or something. What? I'm kind of sad. Oh, there it is. There it is. Look at it. Wow. Oh, dude, that's crazy, honestly. It looks so sick. It looks so sick. Man, even the artist one looks sick, too.
Look at that. Couple of concepts here.
Will be worse than 2v8 with. Yeah, but they're introducing that new mechanic where they got you can play a match while you wait for a match. So we'll see how that goes. Maybe that'll do something. I don't know. Oh, sorry, Count. No bikini cosmetic for Nancy. You know, maybe one day in the future. This is huge a win for the Gooners out there. Yeah, for real. I was like, there's no way. Where's it at? 716. I was like, there's no way that outfit can be for the Huntress because I own every single outfit for the Huntress, but I was like, there's no way it's gonna be for her because they're like allergic to showing any type of skin on her. And this one might actually show her abs for once. Like July 8th is when that comes out. Gonna have to take a day off of work for that. I'm just joking. But yeah. Alright, well. Oh shit. I'll probably call it there then. Thank you guys for watching though. I really wasn't expecting anybody to check it out. So yeah. I really just streamed this because Lvestream without bikini. Nancy. Hey, I'm sorry. It is an Lvestream. But I have no control over that. You know what I mean? But alright, I'm gonna hop off here. I just wanted to stream this so that way I didn't have to like edit over an hour's worth of footage and stuff like that. So yeah, maybe in the future, Count. Maybe in the future you'll get your Nancy bikini cosmetic. But yeah, alright, that does it. I'll see you guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next.